From Houston, Texas, welcome to the Kinder's Texas Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. Late night from NRG Stadium pits the Big 12 versus the SEC. LSU and 21st ranked Houston meeting for the fourth time in a series that dates back to 1996. Welcome, everybody. Tom Hart alongside Cole Kubelik. Ian Fitzsimmons down on the field with us tonight. You can't find two programs that are in more opposite situations than these two. Willie Fritz has laid the foundation for success for Houston. They're on the verge of another 10-win season. Meanwhile, if LSU was a refurbished house, it'd be a teardown. Lane Kiffin is here tonight. They're going to start all over come tomorrow.
No, Willie Fritz brought his culture into this Houston program. Took him a year or two, but now has this thing about where he wants it. Remarkable what he's done with a revamped roster the past two seasons, not just this year. And LSU looking to inject new culture with Lane Kiffin into this program.
The modicum of success that LSU enjoyed this year primarily came from the defensive side of the ball. Now, defensive coordinator Blake Baker turned down a couple of head coaching opportunities to stick around and be on Kiffin's staff. He has an aggressive mindset.
How excited. If you're an LSU fan, you get Lane Kiffin's offense, Blake Baker's defense, just total aggression on both sides of the football. Led the SEC in pressure rate this past season. He's going to line different defenders up in different places. He's going to blitz you from all over the place. Regardless of how many stars, how many NFL prospects, Blake Baker is going to attack. Something I know LSU fans are happy to actually keep around from a season that was disappointing.
Speaking of sticking around for the Houston Cougars and head coach Willie Fritz, 0 opt-outs coming into the game tonight. They are on the verge of another 10-win season, and they've done it through a resurgent season from quarterback Connor Wigman, who was a big man on campus, #1 recruit in the nation in 22, going to A&M. Struggled towards the tail end of his time in College Station, and now back home in Houston, he's reinvented himself.
We heard about him before he actually played at A&M through Jimbo Fisher. He raved about his skill set, raved about him as a high school baseball player and quarterback. I never thought you'd see this type of improvement. I really never thought you'd see Connor Wigman almost 700 rushing yards. The dynamic with his legs and what that has added to this offense has been a pleasure to watch. He's been fantastic and really taken this Houston offense to the next level.
Well, his security blanket all season has been the nation's best tight end, Tanner Koziel. And for more on that, let's get you down to the field. Here's Ian Fitzsimmons.
Tom, with all the opt-outs for LSU, especially the defensive side, Tanner Koziel right now with every NFL scout I've talked to is the #1 top prospect on this field tonight. Soft hands. If you want to play zone on him, you better get a body on him. When I talked to Texas Tech head coach Joey McGuire, he told me we had to make him uncomfortable. We pushed linebackers to him, and he only had 2 catches for 10 yards in that game. That was one of his low moments of the season. He is a remarkable talent, a remarkable athlete, and a guy to keep an eye on. #9 for the Houston Cougars is a player, and will be playing on Sundays in the NFL.
All right, thanks, Ian. He leads all tight ends in college football with 65 catches on the season. Houston won the toss, elected to defer, so LSU will receive. Houston's played some big games in this building over the years, including a win over #3 Oklahoma and Bob Stoops in the 2016 opener. And LSU has been here on a regular basis. In fact, they won a shootout with Baylor last year. And just 4 years ago in this game, Brian Kelly was introduced as LSU's head coach in a loss with the depleted roster. Zach Yoakum has it on a tee. The always dangerous Barrion Brown set to return for LSU. And we are underway in Houston.